Yeah, hello, Miss Lucile Cassier from Regom, project manager here today. Hello, Lucile.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. Basically, we wanted to talk a little bit about the situation in France with waste tire recycling. Maybe we just jump into the situation. For today, can you present us a little bit the status with tire recycling industry in France and maybe even in the whole EU, kind of what you see, technical, legal challenges, opportunities, and maybe even some ideas on how to improve it from your perspective?
Yes, sure. Thank you for having me. So what I can say about tire recycling industries in France is that many years ago, the states asked the big manufacturers, so Michelin, Pirelli, Continental, to create an eco-organism to treat the end of the life of their products, so the tires. And so in France, this eco-organism appointed different collectors from those tires. And so we are approximately 10 in France. And so the collectors have different areas that they have to go to and collect the tires. And after that, after the collection part, we have to sort the tires. So we have an obligation to sort at least 20% of tires that are going to be reusable. So the reusability has to be either for the French market. So in order to reuse tires on the French market, we have to create pairs of tires. So they have to be 2 tires of the same brands, same dimensions, same wear as well, wear tread. And the second reusable thing would be to export the tires to other countries that do not have the same legislation that we will have in France. So the tires meet their needs, but not ours. And the 80% that cannot be reusable as tires are going to be shredded and then granulated to create new products. So it can either be sport fields or new objects, for example, wheels for trash bins, for example. But it can also be used as combustible to fuel, that is going to be used as energy for some industries. Those are the main uses of tire and how the whole industry of tire recycling goes. So you were talking about technical legal challenges. So we have some technical challenges, such as it's mainly about sorting the tires. And also because we had problems, like a lot of countries in Europe, we have a lot of problems for recruiting new people to work for us. And so it's becoming harder. In order to really well sort the tires, we have to know a lot of combination of indicators, such as, like I was saying, brands, wear, size, models of tires. So it's a lot of thing to remember that is constantly changing according to the different markets. So we had a lot of problem, and that's why we created a machine to help us sort the tires. And also some legal challenges that we might have would be, like I was saying, on the French markets, in order to put back tires on the market, on the French market, we can only put them back if they are by pairs. So if they are about 2 tires. And to find 2 tires that are almost exactly the same, it's really hard. So we have to have a big database in which we will have all of the indicators. And because there are a lot of like different indicators that have to match. So it's a legal thing. If those indicators do not match, we cannot put the tires back on the market. So what we did is that we created a database with our sorting machine. And we are also working on, we also did work on the creation of a normalization room for the French market with different points, actually 17 points of control for the tires. So the tires are really controlled for the safety, the quality, as well as the pairing of the tires. So it's easier to put them back on the market. But because it is really controlled, there is really few tires that can be put back on the market as they are.
Yeah, thank you. Speaking of the difficulty to find trained people that can handle both these legal and technical challenges, I want to ask you, what is the situation with the digital technology in this industry in terms of AI or machine learning approach? Are there some available solutions on the market, or how do you see the future of this industry?
Well, companies in the tire recycling industry are trying to find new solution to make the job easier, as well for recruiting new people, as well as for training them. And we actually are one of the few that created a machine capable of recognizing tires with artificial intelligence. So the machine that we created is actually seeing the tires, so analyzing all of the little writings that are on it. Sorry, and thanks to artificial intelligence and database and different measurement that we did, we are able to recognize the brand, model, dimension of the tire, and the weight, as well as calculating the measurement of the wear of the tread, so on the side. And based on all of this information, it is possible to direct the tires to the right output. So the technology in this industry is really promising. There is a lot of things to do. The thing that we are not really capable to do now, with our machine at least, it's to find the damages that are internal to the tire. Some machinery exists to do that, but they are not connected with database information, data implementation, and stuff like that. So there are a lot of things that are moving, I think, at the time, starting with our machine, I'm guessing. But it is hard to move the mind of people in an industry that for years have been really not slow, but the thing did not change for a long time in this industry. But because the rules and the legal aspect in European unions are moving, I guess we are in the movement at this time.
So you're basically already using an AI-based sorting program at Regom.
Yes.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit, how does this technology work, or maybe even better, what is the added value? Because you mentioned the problem of identifying the internal problems into the tires. What would be the added value for a possible customer to say? So in terms of recycling maybe clean rubber and steel wire from a damaged tire with the AI technology.
Yeah. So with the AI technology, it's so we reduce first the thing that the reason why we created this machine was to help the company to improve the quality of work of their sorters, so all of the condition, even the training, but also the physical condition, because sorting tires, it's really a heavy job. You have to lift the tires, and usually they are humid. It's hard to read on a tire that is humid, almost impossible. And what we did with the machine is that every tires come one by one. It's not in a bunk, but every tire come one by one. It's more effective that way. Another thing is that with the machine, because it has a industrial cadency, we are going to be faster, but also better, because the machine is capable to read every tire in 3 seconds each, which is really an industrial speed. We'll also be able to refine and optimize the valorization. So after a long day of work, sorters are usually tired. So we see the variation of the sorting results during the day. When at the beginning of the day, they have really high rates of valorized tires, but at the end, it's we can see that we can see the tiredness of the sorters in the result of the valorization, because they spend a lot of time. So what the machine will do, it's going to help the sorters regulate their performances through the time and the valorization as well. And another thing is that we often see that the tires that are that can be put back on the market, they have a value. It's not anymore a waste, but it's really a product in itself. So what we do with the machine is to give back a value to this waste. So this waste is not anymore waste, but it become again a product, a new product, a second-hand product that can be put back on the market with a new identity that we give it, with a lot of information. So we also created a lot of softwares with the machine that is connected to the machine. So to really, we are able to do a whole labeling process with the tire. So it's really easy to put it back on the market, and it really also easy to justify the resale of this product to customers. And what we are also looking for is really to adapt to tomorrow's markets, because we all know that we have to change how we are consuming. And consuming, I think it's also start with consuming second-hand products, as well as trying to find new ways to eliminate our waste into creating new products.
Yeah, very interesting. Maybe just a follow-up question, Lucile, on the circular economy side for our waste circularity working group. Is this AI-based sorting program an environmental friendly and cost-effective recycling method?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, beside from improving the life of sorters, the AA machine is really made to really optimize the valorization of tires. So either as reuse or either creating new products from trash, so from waste. So yeah, I think we can say that it's really part of a environmental friendly program. We are really trying to find value where we did not find it a few years ago. Yes, and cost-effective recycling method. Yes, it is, because today, thanks to the eco-organism, for the consumers, or for people that are buying tires, when you buy a new tire, you have to pay an eco tax, and this eco tax is going to serve for the recycling so the end of life of the tire at the end. So this is thanks to that we are able to make it work, but we are also able to make it work because by finding new purposes to those tires, by refining the recycling of them, we are able to find new gain in money gain in these tires that we did not find before, or that we did not analyze it well before.
Yeah, super, wonderful. Lucile Cassier, project manager, Regom, many thanks for setting aside some time to be our guest today, and looking forward to having you in our future activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you to you.